Hey guys, it's Clyde. I'm here to show you a quick rhythm bass. I'm going to show you the project I'm working on really quickly, and then I'll get into the basses. So here's what it sounds like with no percussion, and then I'll get into the percussion. And then here's with percussion and sub bass. So it's kind of an infecty sound, old school rhythm bass, with a little modern touch. It's pretty simple, but the effects and stuff I put on there are pretty advanced, are somewhat advanced. They're not beginner shit, but they're not super pro shit. Whatever, I'll just get into it. So essentially, here's the bass on its own. It's a layered bass. So I took one and I made the same bass twice and just did a few things to make it to make those layer well. Actually, I'll use the second one because it's more of the prominent bass. That's where most of that sound. That's where most of that sound's coming from. So I'm not going to explain everything and how it works because first of all, I don't know actually how everything works, but I could get into more specifics in future videos if anyone's interested. But for now, I'm just going to stick to just how it's made. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section or DM me or whatever you got to do. But essentially, all it is two square waves. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to basic shapes for oscillator when we're going to start here. Analog, basic shapes. And then it's going to start here. You're going to flip that up to square using wavetable position. Turn up the unison to 16. Detune all the way down. Random all the way down. I might have changed some of these a little bit. I don't really know. But you can always just pause the video and just look at the knobs. Second one, I did the same thing. It starts here. Bring it up here with wavetable position. Unison up to 2. And we're pretty much done with that. And do the same thing. Turn the random down and the detune down. So as of now, if I turn off everything, here's what it sounds like. Just like this with the LFOs. I'll explain those in a second. Just like this is all we have so far. I know, crazy, right? How that turns into that. The big start. Here we go. Reverb filter. Helps a lot. It's a crazy filter. I love this. Make sure you turn on the B right here, because then oscillator B will also go through the reverb filter. I brought my resonance down to here, so it's a 0. The cutoff is at 24 hertz or 22 hertz. That's what it says right there. And then so that's pretty much done right there. You're all good there. You can add more drive if you want. So that's what it sounds like as it is. So we have just the LFOs doing their work, and I'll explain those in a second. And then a filter, and then 2 oscillators. That's all we have so far. I then created an LFO in this shape. Set it to 8. Turn BPM on if it's not already, and trigger on. And I modulated the cutoff of the filter. You don't actually have to do this, but it does help give more stretch to the sound. Modulated it up by 3, I believe, or down, I don't really know, but you just throw this on there, and then you modulate up or down by clicking right there. Mine's at 3 right now. So this is pretty much all done right there. Last thing, LFO 2. This is modulating the levels of these oscillators. So this is what's giving us our actual wub, you could call it, or actual bass. So that's set to 8, BPM on, trigger, and it's shaped like this. Just so you know, that's what's right there. You can build this shape, just build it however. And here's how that sounds. Same thing. Now, here's where things start to sound better. First, I'm going to add some distortion. Diode 2. Drive at around 25%, I'd say. A little more maybe. You can see. 17% actually. Mix at around 70%. Turn that on. Adds a little bit of fatness. I left the flanger out apparently, so we'll keep it out. One of the big important things we need to throw in here for this bass is really sound like it does is add some delay. Put the feedback up to around what, 53%, 55%. BPM off. Just copy exactly what I do or change it however you want to. and I put 25.95 for the delay time. With that, it starts to sound like this. That's where we get that rumbling you can hear. I then added a compressor. The threshold, you can just copy paste these, really, just look at them. Release down, turn on multiband because we want it to be an OTT. That just brings in more high end. And the final thing is to put a Combs filter right here. By the way, I probably should have said, I don't know if you're new to Serum, but these where your effects are. You click these to turn them on, and you add what I added. Again, flanger's actually out of this for now. Combs filter, frequencies at 55, resonance at 0, drive at 14, damp at 80, whatever. Full mix. And that's what this sounds like now. Sounds pretty cool. I must say, it's not going to sound just like this without the post-processing I'm using. I will get into that a little bit really quickly just so you can see what I'm working with. It's pretty jumbled post-processing, not going to lie. Actually, if I turn it all off just so you can hear it. Just as it is dry. Here's what it sounds like. Much quieter. But it does have that same sound. So it's not, the post-processing is what really makes your sound like powerful and more professional sounding. And I will get into that. I'll just give a simple what I did. I added a transient shaper to make it more punchy in the front end of the bass, so you can hear that. Punches a little harder instead of saturator to give it some fatness. Compressor, I sidechained with sidechain compression. Again, all these things I can get into later if anyone wants. I'm just trying to show you how to make the bass. OTTs, mess around with these. This is what mine looks like. Number 1 and number 2. Serum effects, I don't even know what I did in here, to be honest. I added a slight filter and, oh, actually I didn't even do anything with it, so forget that. Serum effects is not being used. Reverb. Frequency shifter. That's just for modulation and automation. Spectral time. Filter, fab filter. I just did this so that I could cut off some of the low end and leave that for the sub bass. And then another frequency shifter. And these are not all necessary. The main bass is already here. You do what you want with that. That's pretty much all. So when I take that, I layer it with another version of the same bass, and then I add a sub bass, you get what I already had. So guys, that's all for now. This is my first video doing this. If you guys like the content, please, please, please tell me all about it, and I will make more. I am pretty new to this. I've never done this before, but if you do like it, go ahead and throw me a like. Do whatever you want. Any questions, go ahead and hit me up in the comment section. I will post my other accounts and my SoundCloud account and stuff in the description as well. If you want to listen to my music, you feel free. I would really appreciate it. Either way, guys, if you have to request any content or request anything from me, feel free to. And overall, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I do look forward to doing more of this. So thank you so much.